In today's Anime Adventures video, I'll be doing value predictions with these people on the screen right now about the Rohan predictions, which I already did. I'll put the video on the screen, but I'll put in this video as well since Rohan is going to be tradable next update, so you might want to know the value and also all the value predictions for all the new Halloween units. But I've also done units like Gilgamesh and Design, things like that. So if you want to check out that video, it'll be on the screen right now, and the link will be at the top description and the pinned comment. So go check out that video. That's pretty much it. Please do subscribe. This video do take a little bit of time, a little bit of research, so please do subscribe. I'm trying to hit 10k subscribers, and also please do like this video and comment some more pieces of video, more pieces of value predictions, and this video does better for me. So even if you don't really like comment on videos usually, just at least leave a like and maybe subscribe if you want to see more like this and put notifications on. That's pretty much it. Let me not waste your time. Let's get straight into the video. Also take this with a grain of salt, please. Predictions not fully accurate. Gas obviously will have the value of like around 40, 45. Nothing too high, obviously, because he's a stinky unit. Everything was good until they realized his effect is garbage, and his cosmetic is kind of mid, so his value will be like around 40, maybe a little bit less, probably 45, something like that. Don't expect it to be too high, and the demand is going to be 3, which is quite self-explanatory. I don't really need to say much about it if I'm being honest. Now, shiny gas will have around 450 value and 4 demand, due to the fact that, I mean, he'll have a little bit more demand because shiny, and his cosmetic does look pretty decent, but nothing too special, and his unit is a little bit stinky, so it's not going to really be in a high demand that much, but a little bit more, and his value is not going to be that high because sure he's shiny, but at the same time he's not the best shiny unit, and his cosmetic is, I like it more than other people like it, if you know what I mean, but I don't know, it's not going to be too high. It might be a little bit high, a little bit lower. Keep that in mind since it's a value predictions video, so take it with a grain of salt. Don't say nope, it's exactly this number. It might be a little bit higher, might be a little bit less, but it won't be insanely far off. It won't be insanely far off, is what I'm trying to say. We actually have Hidon, who's going to have 55 value. If you're wondering why is he going to have a little bit more value, his cosmetic is actually pretty decent. A lot of people actually do like it, and on top of that is the fact that he's actually a good unit that a lot of people like. He's the best unit obviously out of the update, but he is actually a pretty solid, a pretty good unit too, to add to his decent that a lot of people like cosmetic. So that's why it's going to be 55. It might be a little bit less, but it won't be too much less. Or maybe if they feel like streaky, they might make him actually a little bit more. So just keep that in mind when trading your Hidon, if you do trade the regular one. And also he will have a demand of 3, because at the same time this is a regular unit, easy to obtain, but his cosmetic is decent, but can't really point him in 4, not yet. Now, shiny Hidon will have a value of 500 and a demand of 4. Now, he could actually have higher value and higher demand if his cosmetic was a little bit better when it comes to being shiny, because sure, it does improve, but not by a large amount. And the only reason why he has higher value and I think he has higher demand or the same demand as shiny gas is because of the fact that, well, he is a pretty decent unit, and his cosmetic may be considered a little bit better. I think gas is better, but realistically, overall, people think Hidon's cosmetic is better, and it's actually a pretty decent unit for the reason why his value and shinies like that. So yeah, that's pretty much why for Hidon. So yeah, there's not really much to say about it. That's the value and demand. Now, Alukard will have a value of 1,500 to 1,650. Now, this is because not as many people have Roger. I mean, not as many people have Alucard as they have Roger, because Roger was able to be macroed, and Alucard was kind of able to be macroed only on release, but they did patch the code pretty quickly. So not that many people have Alucard compared to Roger, but still a decent people have Alucard. And also Alucard is actually a very good unit and a lot better unit than Roger when they compare to each other. So Alucard is obviously going to have higher value, and his cosmetic is definitely better than Roger's cosmetic. So overall, everything about Alucard is better than Roger, so he's going to have higher value than Roger by a significant amount, which is why I'm saying it's 1,500 to 1,650, and he's definitely going to stay as stable and not as unstable. He might be a little bit overpriced when he comes out on the trading update, but he's not going to be too high, and he's not going to be too less. It's definitely going to be higher than Roger. As you can see, Roger's a base size, it's the same rarity, but Alucard is like better than Roger in every aspect, making him a higher value and possibly a higher demand than Roger, and less likely to decrease very quickly. Now, if you apply the same logic I've just said, where Alucard is better in every aspect than Roger on release was 10,000 value demand, and keep in mind Alucard is a better unit than him, probably has better demand than him, and looks cosmetic wise, even when it's shiny, better than him, because Roger shiny and Roger regular cosmetic look very similar. And don't get me tripping, shiny Alucard's cosmetic just look a little bit similar when it comes to the idle stance and things, but it still does look a lot better than the regular one, and you can see the effects coming through and how good it looks. And he's a very good unit, and he's in very high demand, and plus it's going to be shiny, so I'm saying it's going to have higher than regular Roger. I mean shiny Roger when he first came out. He's going to have 11,500, and he's going to have 6 to 7 demand because it's a great unit, and he's going to have great value. So yeah, Now I know Hinami is the same rarity as Hidon and the same rarity as Gas, but she is still going to be 60 value and 3 demand, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more, but she's going to be more than Hidon and going to be more than regular Gas and regular Hidon, due to the fact that she's actually a better unit than both of them. And when it comes to the regular version of units, the how it looks like is less impacted compared to how good it is, because let's be real, in the other cosmetics, they're not like Skull Knight type cosmetics, they're just regular ones. And Hinami is actually a good unit. She might have higher value than what I'm saying, depends on them, but at the same time, she's a very easily obtainable unit, so she don't have too high value, but she's a good unit, so it'll definitely be higher than Gas and Hidon 100%. So I'm saying 60 value, 3 demand. But let me know if you guys think any different in the comment section down below. I will just take it as criticism and I won't stop crying in the comments. Now the only fact that keeps Shiny Hinami above Shiny Gas is the fact that her cosmetic stinks. It literally looks like the same but with more effects, so it's a little bit better, but it still stinks, it's ugly, it's disgusting. But what I can say is that she's a very good unit, keeping her higher, and plus she's shiny, so obviously you're going to have higher value. So that's the only reason pushing her above Shiny Gas, is just because of the fact that her actual like character is better than Gas by a significant amount, and her cosmetics stink, and Gas's cosmetic Shiny is better, but not by too much as well. So her value is probably going to be 475 and 3 demand, because her Shiny's not going to be demand. People are not going to want it realistically unless they get it and they just want to trade it off or whatever. But no one's going to be going for it just because how it looks like. Definitely not. So yeah, that's why she's what she is. But she's definitely a great unit. Now Rohan is going to have a value of 75 and 3 demand when it comes to the regular version, because of the fact that sure, it's a little bit harder like unit to obtain compared to this like Hinami and things like that, since you have to get it from raid secret drop. But at the same time, he's a kind of stinky unit. He's not going to really be having a high demand because no one really needs him, no one really wants him. His cosmetic is going to look average, pretty decent, only because of the fact that he's a JoJo unit, but it's not going to be in high demand. It's not going to be a good unit. His cosmetic is not going to be used all the time, but it's only because it's a JoJo stand, and he's not that good of a unit, so his value is not going to be that high. But he will have 3 demand, I guess, and 75 value, which is pretty decent, I guess, but not the best. Now, if the cosmetic is bad, it will have a value of 650 and a demand of 5, I mean. And if the cosmetic is good, it'll have a value of around 900 and a value of 6 or 7. Now, the reason I'm saying it depends on the cosmetic is because we do not know how the shiny or the regular cosmetic of Rohan will look like, but it won't really affect the regular version too much. And I highly doubt the cosmetic is going to be that good for Rohan, so I'm just going to put it in between for both the demand and value. But listen to what I'm saying, it depends on how the cosmetic looks and how people think the cosmetic looks. So if everyone thinks it's great, it's amazing, then that's how you're going to say the scale the value. If you think everyone thinks it stinks, including yourself, then it stinks, and then that's how you can scale the value, and same for the demand. Now Zid is going to have a value of 150, especially on the release. It might be a little bit higher, a little bit lower, but it won't be too far off because this cosmetic is pretty decent, especially for a non-shiny, and it's actually a very great unit that a lot of people are going to want for things like Infinity Castle, or maybe just regular Infinite modes and things like that. So it's going to be a great unit and going to have a little bit higher value than Poseidon on release of, you know, trading. But it's not going to be too insane, and his demand is going to be 4, since at the same time it's just a regular unit, but he is a pretty good one. Now, Shiny Zid will be around 650 to 700. Now, hear me out. He will have 5 demand. Also, hear me out. No, why is he so low? Why is my kid Zid so low? Now, sure, he might be a little bit higher, but it can't be too high because of the pure fact that his regular cosmetic and the shiny cosmetic are so similar to the point where it's going to decrease his value by a lot. And the only thing carrying his value up is the fact that he is, he's actually a very good unit. Because the thing is, you can't make the cosmetic that similar because it's just going to decrease the value. But the thing is, they're similar too much, so it's going to decrease the value, but it's going to have higher value just because of the fact that he's a good unit. And I mean, his shiny cosmetic is so decent, obviously, and the fact that he is like, he's kind of easy to obtain, so it's mostly just the fact that he's a good unit carrying him. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy. I found this useful. I do a lot of these, and I've done some other ones like for things like Desire, Gilgamesh, and whatever, which will be in the pinned comment and the top description. And I've also done it for the summer update, so to see how accurate my predictions are, go check out my summer update one. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys did find it useful. If you did, please like and comment so more people see the video, and this video does better for me, obviously. And please do subscribe, because then you let me know that you guys want to see more like this, and that you actually found it useful and you want more people to see it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I got almost daily uploads so far, daily, but I don't think I got a video idea from tomorrow. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.